Here are my best tips and tricks for applying our liquid foundation, which comes in this gorgeous little pot. So my first trick would be, it's always really important to prep your skin. So I like to prep my skin with a few drops of a really good facial oil. So I use our Skin Guardian, but you can use any facial oil that you like. If you use a product that is too waxy or has silicones, etc. in it, it can affect the blendability of our foundation. So we always recommend that you try to use a few drops of a beautiful facial oil. And then you can begin to apply the foundation. Now, our foundations always come with a spatula for hygienic application. So never dip your fingers into your pot, always use your spatula so that you keep your product nice and clean and contaminant. So I like to just apply it to the back of my hand. The back of your hand will warm up the natural oils and waxes and help to make your product really easy to apply. And then I like to use our multi-purpose foundation brush to apply it, but you can also, it is just as easy to use your fingers. It just feels a bit quicker to use the brush. I like to dip my brush in it and then start applying it. As you can tell, if you have been a long-term customer, the coverage is crazy good. So you can layer it and you can add extra levels if you want a very, very full coverage, or if you have something that you want to spot conceal. But I find one light layer to be the perfect level of coverage for me. And as you can see, it glides on super easy if you have a beautiful facial oil underneath to prime your skin. If your skin is dry and you don't prime it correctly, the makeup can cling to dry patches and make them look worse. So always make sure that your skin is beautiful and moisturized and hydrated, and then your makeup will flow on that much easier. I always like to add it to a little bit to the ears and a little bit down the neck. And there you have it. Now you can go back in with an extra layer anywhere that you feel like. I could go for an extra layer around the dark circles, around the edges of the nose, or anywhere where you feel like you need extra coverage. But that is one light layer. And as you can see, that's a pretty full coverage. It's a full coverage for me. But you can absolutely amp the coverage up with some mineral foundation powder. Just tap some powder into your lid, swirl your brush in it, and you can either use it to set your T-zone, or you can use it to go over any areas that you feel need a little bit more coverage. Or you can add a light dusting all over the face. It's completely up to you. Now, adding a mineral foundation powder over the top does make our makeup shades completely customizable. So you can add a lighter or a darker shade, or a shade that's warmer or cooler, to create your own perfect combination.